The real thing that I think is going to help her mostly with her texture is probably hydration. Because since her hair follicles are poking out from her skin, it's almost like her skin is shrunk a little bit and it's coming out. I feel she actually might need hydration. And what hydration will do is it'll kind of plump up her skin enough to where her skin will work well. It will respond differently. It will be more plump and more moist, not oily, but moist. It will also help balance out her oil and water ratio in her skin so her skin won't produce so much oil. Hey gorgeous gals, welcome back to Contour Image, where I help you create confidence through your image. My name is Sharon Ports. I'm a California licensed esthetician, and today we're going to do a Reddit question on Reddit about skin. And so I'm going to just get right into it here. So this woman is asking, she says skin texture and routine. And she shows some pictures here, and I'm going to discuss a little bit about what she says. So she says, please help. My skin is what ruins my self-esteem. I'm so sick of it. Any recommendations will be appreciated. Here's my routine for morning. Neutrogena Hydro Boost Soothing Milk Facial Cleanser, Salicylic Acid by Peach Slices, and CeraVe. AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion Sunscreen. So let's look first at the picture here before we get into her skincare routine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of bring it up a little bit so we have a better view here. And so what you'll notice here is she does have a lot of little breakouts, some whiteheads, but not really pustules, just breakouts of just some whiteheads basically for the most part. The other thing I want to mention is she does have a lot of texture here, and if I really look at it really closely, see if I can kind of get into it even more so if I can. This almost looks like her hair follicles that are really disrupted and really upset. So it almost looks like her skin has kind of shrunk a little bit and her hair follicles are kind of sticking out from that. So there could be another kind of condition that she could have, but if she were to come into my office, I'd kind of look at that and think, okay, I think we need a little bit of hydration, but let's just keep looking. I'm going to kind of zoom out a little bit. We're going to look at another picture she sent. So it's on the other side. So you can see there is a lot of texture up here. She might actually have oily skin. I don't know if she's just recently washed her face or what, but from just the shine, it looks like she could possibly have oily skin. Not sure if I'm not sure if these might be freckles, but there might be a blackhead. That one right there might be a blackhead. So she might have, from what I see, I think she might have oily skin type from what it looks like. So long as she hasn't put any oil or anything on, or anything. The other thing I want to discuss here is that she is breaking out a lot in the chin area, specifically right here. This is usually a hormonal sign that she's breaking out on. So there's something that she could either be eating, she has in her diet that is shifting her hormones off. It could be something that she doesn't have enough of that could be shifting her hormones off. But this is a very clear telltale sign that she's got some hormonal issues going on that she needs to get corrected. Let's zoom out a little bit there, and I'm going to go to the last one here. Let me see if I can get fully on it. Yeah, so that's basically the whole picture. So she's got a little bit of a pustule here, but most of them are basically whiteheads. We're seeing a lot in the forehead. Some people would say that this was like fungal acne. I'm not even gonna go to that. I don't really think that's so much what this is. If it is, I think I know exactly what's needed anyway in this case. But you'll notice here, a lot of hair follicles that are just coming up to the surface and kind of poking out from the skin, kind of reaching out. So, and we got some more down here, what we kind of saw even in the last picture. She could be even having a little bit of a reaction to something, maybe. Not really sure. I don't know if that's what's caused her to start these products, or she started using them and everything, and all of a sudden her skin started doing this. I don't know her. She didn't give much information. I'd have far more questions to ask her. If she were to come into my office, I'd like to know more about when did this start? When did you first see it? You know, has it gotten worse all of a sudden? How soon has it? But I would definitely look into her hormones as well. I mean, I can't even take, I can't actually take any blood tests, but I would maybe ask her, okay, go to the doctor, see if they notice that your hormones are off and maybe if there's something you're missing. And sometimes you could be just allergic to a product that's causing you to have hormonal imbalances. So besides that, she mentioned here that she was using, let's see, the facial cleanser doesn't really bother me. I think I looked at this earlier. The salicylic acid by Peach Slices, I believe, is a toner or something that she's using. She might be using that because she started having acne or problems with her skin like that. Then she says CRV. I think she means the moisturizer because it's just kind of out right there. And this is AM facial moisturizing lotion and sunscreen, which is just one. So I'm assuming she's doing the thing where people just rinse their face with water and then she'll just put on a moisturizer with sunscreen that's in it. And I looked it up. It had like 30 SPF, which is the minimum requirement. So I would say, okay, let's look into, again, one of my biggest concerns is the exfoliation process as well as a hydrating process. So I would get her, she could use her cleanser, I believe. I'm not having a big problem with that. I would ask her why she started using the toner that she did. It was probably for that reason. I don't think there would be a problem with her using that so much, so long as she's not burning, like I mentioned in a video previously. But then I would also look into, okay, but let's properly exfoliate your skin because you're not really exfoliating your skin. And the only exfoliation she's using is what's in the toner. And while that can be exfoliating to some extent, it's not often enough as an exfoliator. And the exfoliation I would use is a gentle enzyme mask. And that would be a good one to use to help soften and smooth out her skin a bit. That will also brighten up her skin and everything. It will also help reduce possibly any skin that could be causing her breakouts, possibly. But again, I don't know so much if that's her biggest case. But it would also help with a little bit of the texture. But the real thing that I think is going to help her mostly with her texture is probably hydration. Because since her hair follicles are poking out from her skin, it's almost like her skin is shrunk a little bit and it's coming out. I feel she actually might need hydration. And what hydration will do is it'll kind of plump up her skin enough to where her skin will work well. It will respond differently. It will be more plump and more moist, not oily, but moist. It will also help balance out her oil and water ratio in her skin so her skin won't produce so much oil. I do discuss this in other videos, and I will put some links down below more about properly hydrating your skin and how to do that. I will also put a link down in the description with a skin type quiz if you are interested in knowing more about your skin type. Whether if you're not sure about your skin type or you don't know your skin type, or you just want to know how to better take care of your skin type if you happen to actually know what your skin type is. You could take the quiz. It'll give you a free PDF to download that will give you skincare products to use for your skin type. It will give you a little information on your skin type and a proper skincare step-by-step regimen that is good for your skin type to help balance out any of the issues you may have with your skin and the skin type that you have. So in this case, I would definitely want to know more about her skin type, but I would assume it is oily. And I would want to really check up on her, how well the exfoliation process is doing, as well as the hydrating process. And we see how things might start to work. I would also ask her to look more into what her doctor would say about her hormones, what's going on there, because I think she would definitely clear up the ones that are popping down here. The forehead so much and everywhere else, I mean, she could actually be having allergic reaction to something. Not 100% sure. We won't really know, but I just feel like a lot of this, like on the side, would really kind of smooth out if we really hydrated it, ultimately hydrated it. But I feel we also need to exfoliate it properly as well in order for that hydration to work. And I'll tell you, when you hydrate your skin, it just responds differently. It looks different. It's more glowing, it's responsive. It will also help work with other skincare products and help drive those products into the skin where they need to go and help, you know, circulate them through the skin of where they need to go much better, because it's using water as a vehicle to help push and move it through the skin. So that is just a simple, quick one that I would do for her. If you like this video and find it helpful in any way or interesting, just give it a thumbs up. Please comment in the comments below if you have any questions or anything. I would be happy to see those. And thank you so much for visiting me here at Contour Image. And remember to stay beautiful for life.